From the Panthers, we have head coach Paul Maurice. Please raise your hand. Wait for the microphone. We'll start fifth row on the left, Jameson.
Coach, after every win, you've kind of highlighted an inflection point in the game up tonight. There was the penalty kill, Marchand's goal, Reinhart's goal. Just in your mind, what was that inflection point in this win?
I thought Sergei in the first 10 minutes got tested hard. I thought that they came out right and fast. He got through the neutral zone almost a couple of times, and he had to make a couple of big saves. And when you're on the road, if you can keep the building from lighting up in the first 10 minutes, that's just a big part of the emotions of what goes on. So I thought that his performance, especially early in the game, was key.
Right side, fourth row.
Hi, Paul. I know it's a sports game and everyone is chipping in, but Sam Bennett and Brad Marshon, it's 11 goals since the start of the Stanley Cup Final. It's close to 50%. Why are they so good when the stage is at the highest?
If I knew that, I'd have played in the NHL. They're just certainly capable of processing the context of the game. They don't get too high, they don't get too low. Their energy level's high, they're very focused on the game. There's a mental toughness there, a mental capacity to stay within the game and not try to break it open, just wait, be patient. And that patience is a funny word in hockey. It doesn't mean sit back. I mean, they're aggressive men. But the patience, part of it is their experience.
Left side, front row.
Hey, Paul. You guys are one win away now. You guys are obviously here. What did you learn? What do you hope your team learned from last year, being up 3-0, having to go into 7, about what it takes to get that 16th win?
Today is today, and we won't deal with tomorrow. You just handle your day. We handle our day today, and we've got a travel routine. We're going to run the exact same routine. We got a day off the next travel. Just handle your day. That's all.
Right side, second row.
Paul, you touched on Sergei in the first 10 minutes. They didn't get a shot on goal for the last 11 or so minutes of the first period, and you guys looked comfortable up 2-0 and playing that way. It was obviously different in Game 4 when they were able to come back on you. What was the difference tonight, and why did you guys look the way you did in that situation?
It's not a big thing. It's the smallest thing, right? It's 2 feet ice taken, a good stick, close support. When we got into the second period of Game 4, we weren't that far off it. We were just 2 feet off it. So these are small margins on everything that happens on the ice. The danger of that team is always there. You got to be a foot better, 2 feet better, a little better stick, all those small things. And I didn't feel as badly about our game as the score says, the final score says that we should have. I didn't think we were that far off in our last game. And I also don't think that there was an egregious difference tonight. The final score doesn't tell the story. There's so many close plays, a post that, it's a lot tighter than the final score wants you to believe.
We'll take a few more questions. Front right.
Paul, I look at the game you guys played tonight with the comfort and confidence and, the organic, this is what we do on the road in the biggest game of the year. And I think back to your first 6 months when you took over this team and tried to change the way things were getting done. I mean, is it tonight the night where that's what you were talking about all along?
Well, we were close to our identity. It's a hard thing to establish. It's a hard thing to get to. And it's solely based on the will of the players to play a game, and then we've had a little bit of success with it. So why wouldn't they, right? It took longer than we thought, probably because I was trying to marry two ideas. I was trying to keep whatever we had, 387 goals, felt like the year before, to another game. I'm not trying to be humble here. This is all about the compete of the players. When your captain of your team wins Selke Awards, that's the foundation of your game.
We'll take a couple more questions. Left side.
Hey, Paul. Which one of Brad Marchand's goals tonight impressed you most?
Well, I feel equally impressed. The thing about players when they come in is you have a really strong idea, right? You do all your pre-scout, you get it, and then you get on the ice with them in practice, and that's when you learn. And I had said this right from the start. Clearly, he's closing in on 1,000 points. He's got good hands, but I didn't fully appreciate the small area things that he can do, and that's the most difficult to do. It's not the rink-wide pass on the tape that you get excited about, but what he can do under duress in a small area is world-class. It's as good as I've seen.
Last question, left side, second row.
Paul, felt like your fourth line was out there in a lot of crucial moments tonight, and they gave you some really solid shifts. Just can you talk about their contributions tonight and trusting them tonight.
Yeah, trust your bench, right? So we talk about Brad Marshon tonight. I think he was at 13:55. And a big part of that is the Tomek Nosek line and the minutes they ate, so that Barkov I would have gathered, is right around 20. You guys got the sheets. I don't look at them. So I'm thinking that I got Barkey right around 20. That puts Benny in at about 17. Right? What's Lundy got? 15. All right. So all those numbers are based on what those men did. They blocked shots. They battled. They were fast. They were on and off the ice. They were good for us tonight.
Thank you for your time, Coach.